Hello and welcome to Matt's Casual Cooking. Today we are going to be making a Halloween s'mores pumpkin pizza. A very fun dish that you can make and decorate with anything you really want. So we'll go ahead and go over all the ingredients and let's get to it.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go over the ingredients that you need today. Now you are going to need 1 pack of active dry yeast, and you're going to need to proof that with a tablespoon of sugar and 1 cup of warm water, which you want to put between 100 and 110 degrees. Now in the bowl, you're going to need 2 cups of all-purpose flour. You're going to need a half a cup of finely crushed graham crackers, and you're also going to want to set aside, you're going to want a quarter of a cup of the finely crushed graham crackers. You're going to need a 12-ounce bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips and a 10-ounce bag of mini marshmallows. Now, like your other candies here, icing, I'm using some Reese's Pieces today. Those are going to all be set aside for after the pizza is done cooking to decorate it. And we'll go over how we're going to do that today as well. So go ahead, and what you want to do is after your yeast has been proofed, you're going to go ahead and we're going to dump it in here, and let's get started with that. Okay, so we have our dough, or we have our flour here. So what we want to put in first is our yeast. I use 2 small bowls. And then what you're going to want to do is actually then pour in your half cup of crumbs of the graham crackers. And then you want to stir this until it is well combined. Now the dough is going to be very sticky, so what we're going to want to do is either to get this out, because this is going to be a very quick, form it into a ball. So we're either going to want to flour our hands, or we're going to want to put some flour on top. So it combines pretty quickly together. So what we're going to do now is you can either take some excess flour. You don't need to put it out on our surface yet to go out. You can either, you want kind of flour your hands a little bit like this. We don't want to add too much extra flour to it. Or you can just, if you want, just kind of add a little bit extra on top, because we need to form this into a ball. And before you do this, I forgot to mention, get out another bowl, and you're going to want to lightly grease it, because we're going to need to set it in there to rise. Go ahead and just take your hands, take it in the bowl, try to. Now it will be pretty sticky still, but the flour on your hands will help keep that to a minimum. We don't need to make this smooth or anything, we just need to try to make sure it clumps together into a ball. Just try to get any kind of excess pieces or excess dough in there for this. So once you have it pretty well formed, go ahead and set it in the bowl here, and then we're going to just put a terry cloth over it or a dish towel, and you want to set this in a warm place for a half an hour or until it's doubled in size. So go ahead and take your dishcloth, set it over there, and I'll see you in 30 minutes. Alright, so it's been a little bit more than 30 minutes. This has doubled in size. So as you can see, I've got it on a lightly floured surface. And we're going to roll this into a rectangle. But before you do that, you want to get out a baking sheet and put some parchment paper on top of it. So that's how big you know to actually roll out your dough. So go ahead and get that started. Alright, so we've transferred it to the baking sheet. So what we're going to do now is we're going to shape this into a pumpkin, or you can actually shape it into any shape you want. Do like a ghost, I guess a cat if you want to, just something Halloweeny. So I'm going to go ahead and shape it and come back, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fold the dough over to kind of create a crust in the shape of a circle. Because we're actually going to need a 1-inch crust on this. So now for the stem, I'm going to cut the dough. So we're just going to cut just straight down. So we have like a little stem, and we're going to curl up the side. And there you go. So now what you want to do for this is you want to take the rest of your graham crackers, and we're going to spread it kind of as the base. Kind of push it around. Just a nice layer. Then you want to do is take your chocolate chips and you want to spread them evenly. Now while you're doing this, you want to heat your oven to 450 degrees, and we're going to put on the marshmallows after a little bit. So put your chocolate chips on. And go ahead and spread them out to create a nice layer on the bottom as well. It's okay if a little of them get on the stem, but we kind of want more in the middle. So now we're going to cook this for 5 to 8 minutes, or until this starts to really just kind of melt a little bit, and this is going to brown on the outside. So once that's done, we're going to take them out, and then we're going to put the marshmallows on. So I'll see you in 5 to 8 minutes. Alright, so it's been about 8 minutes. The chocolate chips are starting to melt, and you've got a nice brown. Now the top's starting to brown a little bit more than the bottom, but it's okay. So what you just want to do now, you just take your marshmallows, and we're just going to pour them on top. So you can get the bag open. Now if you find that you can't use the whole bag, or the bag is too much, don't put the whole bag. Just kind of, what we're looking for is just a nice layer of marshmallows right now on top of the chocolate chips. You don't want to crowd anything. Also depends on the size. If you have a bigger pizza than I do here, you're going to be able to get more marshmallows on. Alright, so we got a nice layer here. So we're going to put this back in the oven for about 5 minutes or until the marshmallows start to brown in spots on top. So I'll see you in 5 minutes.
Do it now, I guess.
Hi, everybody. I'm Autumn, the taste testing cat. I'm looking forward to eating this pizza, and I hope you are too. So please take a look and make it for all the cats out there.
All right, so our pizza is done. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to decorate the top here, and we're just going to go over kind of some decoration ideas to put on top of this. All right, so there's a couple things you can do. You want to use like candy corn on top of the pizza to create some of like the teeth or eyes or however you want to do it. You also got Reese's Pieces. We're using thins for the eyes, and you've also got, once it cools down enough, you got some icing for maybe like the stem or the sides. But we're going to cut a couple of these up, and we're going to place them right on top of the pizza. Now you want to do this after it cools. You don't necessarily want to cook this in there, but if you do, I mean, hey, go ahead, experiment. It's your pizza. Do what you want with it. So we're going to cut these up, decorate it, and we'll come back and show you what it looks like after we're done. Alright, so as you can see, we have our pumpkin pizza here done. We got some nice icing on the outside here. We got the eyes and teeth. They kind of melted into the marshmallows because I did put them in hot, so if you'd like to put them on where you could see them a little bit better, just kind of wait until this really kind of cools down to room temp. So if you enjoyed making this very fun treat, please like, subscribe, leave a comment below. I want to thank you for watching and have a happy Halloween.
Is it ready to eat now?